everybody, I'm Katallina, and today we're here to talk about episode 3 of The Most Notorious Talker Runs the World's Greatest Clan. Now that we've got all that pesky business of taking traitorous party members and selling them into slavery behind us, Noel finds himself in the situation where he is on his own and he is going to need to get some new party members. So he seems to have put some flyers out and he is chilling around and waiting to see whether anyone is going to bite. In the meantime, he has been approached by a different party. I think its name was like Wolfblade or something, and they are trying to recruit him. And Noel, of course, turns the tables on their leader and is like, sure, I'll join your clan, but there's just one teensy weensy little catch. And that is that if he joins their clan, he wants to be its leader. And this guy that was trying to recruit him was really dorky and silly, and he almost agreed, and then he was like, wait, I'm the leader. And then all his clan members were like, yeah, but you're stupid and Noel is smart, so we'll take him. And that almost happened, but then somebody showed up. And that is our new character, Alma, who I ultimately ended up really liking. I thought her intro was really fun. I really like her backstory with the fact that she is the granddaughter of somebody that Noel's grandpa actually fought previously and took the arm off of. Apparently her grandfather was some kind of super assassin. So they have history, and for a split second I wondered whether we were going to see some throwing hands between the two, which would have been a hot mess, but no. Ultimately, she was told by her grandfather to not screw around with Overdeath or with like any of his family or anything. So she has actually sought out Noel to team up with him because she thinks that would be cool. We also find out that Alma tried to join the Assassin Society, but she got kicked out and denied entry and all that sort of thing because she had been taught in the old ways of the Assassins, and the Assassins Guild apparently is trying to turn a new leaf, which is definitely very weird for an Assassins Guild, but if that's the way the story wants to roll with it, that's fine with me. And it seems like it's going to be fine with Noel too, because we see that he seems very okay with the idea of her potentially joining his group. He does want to know a bit about her, and he does want to test her abilities to see whether she will be a compatible match, but he doesn't seem to hold any animosity toward her because of the past between their grandparents. So off they go to do a little test. We do get a quick scene where, super cute, she's checking out some food for the first time. She seems like she's going to be very much a fish out of water kind of character, where she has spent most of her time growing up in the mountains, training to be an assassin, learning very hardcore, very specific skills, but she seems very clueless about a lot of stuff in the actual, like, mainstream world. She pissed off somebody at the Seekers Guild or whatever it's called and ended up in an altercation over that where she kicked someone's ass. We see how she reacts to a bun of some kind that she was eating. That was really fun. And we see how perky and excited she is on her first ride in a carriage, which ultimately ends up, as Noel predicts, with her butt feeling like she just ran a marathon because the seat is hard and uncomfortable and she's bent over by the end. So I wonder if we'll be seeing further comedic continuations of her experiences with different things in the world as the story goes on. Given how competent and how serious Noel can be, having somebody going through something like that is probably going to make for a nice bit of comedy to bounce off of him. So I'm definitely here for that. I really like the dynamic between these two characters. I think they're really cute together. So that is definitely something that I think is going to work out well. The test was also really fun because it showed a bit more explanation of how Noel's powers work and how they work as somebody learns how to be influenced by him. It's not like a instant 3, 2, 1, you're very strong, like someone's taking a medicine or something. It's more so like somebody training their elbows and their knees not to take damage from doing something like Muay Thai. So he actually wants to make sure that she can handle having his buffs on her without damaging herself. And of course, she is naturally talented and she pretty much instantly excels. But his respect and regard for her, and the comparison between her and the amount of time it took his old teammates, are definitely inside lore notes that I found really interesting. At the end of the episode, we do get a very cute bit of comedy between the two, because they end up going to all these different inns trying to find a place to sleep, and of course we end up with the 2 people and 1 bed trope, which, like, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I think it's cute. And they play around with it a bit, being a bit comedic and funny. But the part that I really liked, but that I was also frustrated on Noel's behalf over, is that we end up having Alma be like, oh wow, about Noel's body. And I was like, where in the fuck are we going? Because she's 21 and he's like 15. And I'm thinking, cougar! It's like, oh boy. Like, this is a thing. But anyway, it doesn't really wind up going that way. What ends up basically happening is something akin to the opening part of the movie Maid of Honor, where she basically tells Noel, like, yeah, you're pretty hot, but you'd be so much better if you were like a warrior or something. It's a shame that you work so hard when you're never going to be able to achieve your full potential. And I was like, well, that was bitchy. But he doesn't take it lying down. He doesn't fight with her or anything. What he does is close your eyes, and it's like, oh dear God, is he gonna like kiss her or something? Like, what's going on here? Like, dude. No, he flicks her like she's a fly and she blops over. And that turns out, like, you deserved that, Alma. That was pretty shitty what you said to him. And there we see poor Noel, like, lying there and thinking about what she said. And it's like, buddy, let me give you some advice. And my advice to Noel in this situation would be that if he sits there and he judges himself and his capabilities against being a warrior or any other large tanky class, he's going to inevitably feel bad. What he needs to do instead is he needs to focus on beating his own personal limitations and continuing to move forward and evolve what he actually is. Because that is a path of growth and improvement that is actually achievable. I'm not in any way saying he should shrink away from his dream of being the best seeker. Instead, what I'm suggesting is that, of course, like anything else there's more than one way to be the best. And there's even room for more than one the best, because it's a question of the best at what. So I'm definitely intrigued to see how things will move forward now that we're starting to get actual party members that I'm assuming we're going to keep. This was really funny and really cute. I think it was a nice departure from the more edgy variation that we got last week, even though I super loved that, and I'm definitely not somebody who's opposed to character edge. But I think if we can kind of balance the more edgy aspects of his character against some more cute and comedic stuff, I think we're going to be in for some really fun episodes going forward. But that's just my take. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking. Are you watching this one? Do you have any thoughts or comments? Drop them below and let me know, and I'll talk to you in the next video. See you later. Bye!